I get curious about how other people react and see things too, right? And I think with how I'm feeling right now, kind of like meh. I want to see if it helps at all because Sane actually posted a video that I wanted to react to because I wanted to see what they had to say because usually they post consistently, and I haven't talked to Sane like actually like verbally in like a good like 2 years. So I want to see like what their mindset is different like than when I was interviewed with them, or if it's still the same. Anyway, Sam made this video called "Don't Give Up." And I'm curious. I'm curious as to what am I not giving up on? Because I don't know if she just say that in general or she say that to the audience. So like, I'm curious about like to see if it gives me motivation again. I don't know. So let's see it from this perspective. I'm not like 100% right now, so I want to see if this helps at all.
Silk Song is coming out in 3 days. But you know what else has been
Or
in
is it
my
a
mind?
clickbait
My
title? I don't know.
friends. My friends are having a crisis right now. Everybody's trying to play catch up with the game Hollow Knight. Hey, that game has been up for a long time. You know how that game has been in development, Silk Song, for such a long time, and we haven't finished it? Oh wait, I must be calling myself out. Hi there, I am a streamer called Sane. Am I a streamer at this point?
Hollow Knight. I understand. Like, it's a little bit of an odd intro to me, but I understand why they probably said it because they're in that phase. But
I do random yaps, I do variety content, and I do what I love, and I love it every fucking day. So yeah, hi, nice to meet you. So today I want to talk once again and show some appreciation to all the amazing friends that are within my corner, because I want you all to love yourselves. And same goes with the audience, same goes with the friends and everyone in the community. Please consider yourself giving yourself a head pat, a back in the pat in the back, whatever you want to call
a back in the pad, dude, that's a strong one. Jack in the box, a back in the pad.
it. But let's talk for a minute because I feel like some of you need to hear this. And there's been once again an aura of like, hey, what do I do with my life? And it must be the change of seasons.
Do you guys get that? Do you guys have do I like what am I doing in my life type of deal? Do you guys get that? Is that a common thing? I feel like for me, it's not what I want to do. It's how do I get there? What do I need to do in the moment to get that? That's more of like my mindset. I feel like it, when I feel like I'm moving like 5 steps forward and 7 steps back, it's tough. Like I hate that. That's what gets me because I feel like there's points where I get like this high motivation, and then like something double that like brings me down again, and it contributes to like everything, like not wanting to move. Like it's tough, dude. It's tough to combat that.
We're like almost there. Like summer is almost over, and heck, I even felt a little bit of that because right now this is my third time trying to record this damn video. There's like so much to unpack, but I also want to show some special love to a lot of members in the community and friends, and tell you all to remember why you started the thing that you love doing. I feel like a lot of you forgot the reason why you started this thing, and the reason.
Remember why you first started? Well, I first started streaming because I wanted to get like I wanted to get notoriety. I wanted to get noticed. I want to build something. It started initially because I wanted to attract people from Twitch to YouTube because at the time I was making music, but I also wanted to make content because I was watching other content creators like make videos, and I wanted to make videos just like that. But I figured that if I do both, it would be a lot more efficient. Maybe it would have been too if I would have stuck with it and actually got used to editing and stuff like that. But it became harder to do because the streams got longer. Um, the content wasn't like it's not that it wasn't good. It kept getting muted because at the time I didn't know about the whole like splitting audio and stuff like that. I feel like if I would have had all the knowledge I had now then and had the same motivation I have now then, like before, it would have been a whole different ballgame. That's why it's harder for me to look back at it too, because it's like this is what got me started, and I appreciate all the people I ran into because I did meet like a good number of people when I first started that like kind of helped me get into the groove of things with the streaming. Like I had this mod named Shocking who came in through when I used to play Pokemon for the when I first played Pokemon when I first started streaming, because I was doing this thing where I wanted to do Pokemon playthroughs. So I started with Red version. I beat Red version on stream, made videos for that, posted on the old channel, and then I started doing Johto, and that's when I met them, and they stuck by me for a while up until I switched to like doing DBD content. They left, which I don't blame them for because DBD is different. It's a lot different than like what I used to do. That's why it's harder for me to do both at the same time sometimes because they're two different dynamics. A lot of the audience can be different, but that's initially like when you have people that give you a sense of motivation or when you have people to talk to, it's a lot easier to move forward and to yap. It's like I know I can yap. I know I have stories for days, but at the same time though, when you're yapping into the void and talking to myself or whatever, it's not the same as talking to somebody else. But at the same time though, it's weird too to talk to somebody when you don't know what the intentions are. And I feel like the more I've been on the platform, the more skeptical I get with talking to new chatters because of like, is this a bot? Is this somebody trying to bait me into saying something or whatever? Or like, do they have ill intentions? I don't know. It's one of those things now where it's a lot different than it was when I first started too. It was simpler times back then. I just wish I had the knowledge I had now back then at times. But hindsight's 2020, right? But yeah, it does give me some sense of motivation. That's also why I went back to playing Rejuvenation, because that is one of the first games I first started playing when I wasn't the platform. And then after I started playing Minecraft, and then I got to DBD, and then DBD helped me move forward into having an audience and everything. I feel like it helped me more than when I was doing like other content. Because other content, I met people and they were there, but they were there for that content. They weren't there for like me, because otherwise I would have stuck around, right? Which is fine. People come and go, but at least I was able to make memories from those moments. You know, as much as I like doing one or the other, I want to be able to do both. And I need to get better at that. Anyways, I'm yapping and kind of rambling now. Let's see what State has to say.
When you join the community as well, and you don't have to feel like you need to continue it. By the way, this is not me telling you like, hey, give up, stop that, stop what you're doing. It's quite the opposite. Remember why you started, your passions. Some of your passions can, disappear through time, but never forget the impact that you created with all the experiences that you had with other people. Those are great, and you can move on with knowing that those exist. It doesn't. I hope I'm making sense with what I just said. To be more precise and more direct, I've been hearing the talk in the streets once again. There's a lot of funk in the air. People who want to grow and be better at what they do.
Did she pop in here or something? Like, was she like listening to me yap at some point? Is that what's going on right now? I feel like I'm getting called out. I feel like I'm getting called out right now. What is this? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I feel like I got called out right now. Regardless, though, I hear what she's saying. She says, like, look at the memories, but look at the good things that you did as opposed to the bad things. In a way, I guess. I have achieved a lot since I've been streaming. We did the whole SummerSlam for the VTuber stuff to raise for charity, and I'm surprised we were able to complete that on the other channel. To be honest with you, we were able to come together for a good cause and create like a noble thing to happen. We also raised charity before too, just in general. When we were helping out. Was it autism awareness? I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was. It was with the children thing though. We raised fundraising for that because I wanted to help him out because he was such a small creator trying to create something, and I didn't want him to do it by himself because I knew that it's hard. Like I said with that whole video that Ludwig did recently about like starting over, trying to start over, it's a hard environment being a small creator. And at the time when I saw him, because I as opposed to most people, I usually look at streams through low to high. I don't look at high to low or recommended. I don't like that. It's weird to me because our big streamers already have enough of a following. They don't need any more. Like, how many thousands and thousands of viewers and followers do they need more as opposed to somebody who doesn't have anything? That's why I'm like. That's why I never like when I scroll through Twitch. I never look at the high end of the viewer count. I don't know. I don't need to feed the machine any more than it already is. But looking at the impact that we created, I think in terms of like the charity stuff or like the moments we created, I that's why I can go back to the other channel, make clips, and start posting them on my YouTube now. People are probably looking at my on my shorts and being like, "What the fuck are all these clips coming from? Why are there so many random clips?" Because I can do that because I have so many random moments from like the other channel that I want to be at the face and base of everything that we're doing now. I want recognition for the stuff that we've already done. I don't want that stuff to fall to the wayside. But my point being is that like we've achieved a lot. I feel like, but I want to be able to not just get achievements as much as I like my achievements in DVD and everything or in life or whatever. But I want to be able to create more than just that too. But at the same time, though, it does get daunting because like we create and we create, and sometimes we're creating, but nothing's getting like notoriety or noticed, and it sucks. It sucks to create and not have things noticed. You know, it's like chatting in somebody's chat and then not them and them not responding to you. You know what I mean? But at the same time, though, like you go to a big creator stream to talk to them, not really. You go there to watch their content because you like who they are. You can chat, they might read the message, or they might see your dono. I don't know. But like at the same time, though, you go to a smaller creator, it's the opposite, or not the opposite, but like they're more likely to talk to you. I want to step up more with my stuff. That's also why I'm like watching this, but to use that as motivation is harder. It's harder to use it for motivation for me. I like to use if I'm making progress and I see it in front of me happening, I like to use that more for motivation or like I guess the opposite spectrum of that, which is somebody telling me not to do it. I'm like, oh, you gotta use the negative emotions channel something more positive. That's how I've kind of always been. So it's harder to use like this is what I achieved. I've already did this as a motivator, I guess. I don't know. If anything, I feel like it's more of a limiter because just because I've done a lot of things doesn't mean I'm done doing things. I feel like it limits you when you're like, well, I guess I've already hit my power moves achievement. No point of me running no perks again. You know what I mean? Like, it's very limited if you live life by achievements. But I am proud though. Don't get me wrong. I am proud of what we achieved, and I'm proud of the people I've met. Even if I don't talk to a lot of people I met anymore, or they're busy, or maybe I wronged them by accident or something. I don't know. I'm not perfect, but I'm willing to admit that. But I'm here, and I'll continue to try to be here as much as I can.
Enhance their craft, whether it's art, whether it's content creation, whether it's just their hobbies in general. They don't know how to go on about it because there's no way to learn this directly. There's always indirect ways or by doing some research. Doing research sometimes does not help because those lesson plans are not properly catered to what you may understand.
Yes and no. You do have to do research because you need to know what you're trying to. If you learn that things work for somebody else and they might not apply to you, that's fine because you're still learning. It's like how I'm learning the short stuff, like the YouTube short stuff. Like I'm trying my best to understand it. I'm looking at what other people are doing and trying to take from that and use it in my way. Not exactly copy it. So I hear what she's saying there. But at the same time though, research is necessary to grow. It may not be the ultimate thing, and you're not supposed to copy everybody's blueprint because nobody has the same blueprint. But like it's one of those things too where it's like you have to do it on your own too. But you need to research. You need to try to learn. Otherwise, you're not adapting. And in the famous words of Kermie, formerly Jodelicious, now Twist DVD, but I don't even know if they're gonna go by that anymore. They don't stream anymore, fortunately. In his famous words, he said, "Learn to adapt to change, forehead."
And that's why a lot of people in the field sometimes gets like personal assistants, someone who may be able to understand how the numbers work, or they also can understand how you work, and they can evaluate both. It goes both ways, baby. If you don't know that, it's not about what makes the numbers grow, it's about what you can do yourself too. You need to reevaluate everything you do, everything how you tackle it. Just because something is popular and you do popular thing, it will not equal success. Yes, that is true. And that's something, it's a hard to swallow pill because sometimes you're like, oh, I'm gonna invest my passion into this and hoping that it grows. Grow, grow. Is it gonna grow your enjoyment of it, or is it gonna grow the numbers that you want to see on it? You're making it competitive. You're kind of drifting away from the thing you probably wanted to do at the beginning. Probably. I'm not the boss of what that means, but also I hope that you're doing great. I hope that you're having a healthy mind space and remember all the things that you love doing in the first place. Because when I started VTubing, I was set out in a journey to accomplish my bucket list. That's as straightforward as I can be. I am completely locked
Bucket
in.
list.
I'm even doing hand gestures right now, like locked in with my hands, like, oh.
Like, were we supposed to have a bucket list? I think I missed the memo on that one. I didn't even know they had a. I didn't even know they had a bucket list. Let alone like. That's probably what's helping them too, because they have a little template. Because they did research. I'm sorry. No, but like, I hear what say to say it. I get it. You gotta like it's like they said, learn to adapt to change essentially. Like, but to not get competitive. But at the same time though, like it's a competitive space. Yes, not every trend is the trend for you. Not every way somebody like if 10 people are trendy, let's say like for instance all the people in the fucking like like the real tubers like the fucking Cinna and them like they all do their own like just chatting yapping yet content. They're all in the same house or whatever. They kind of all do the same thing together. That's not gonna work for a lot of people because like not everybody's like that. They go out of their way to make like weird content. That's not me. Like I make weird content, but it's not like in their same fashion. Like they like to create like this sexual tension fucking stupid content too. It's always like a big thing. I don't know why. A lot of creators do that actually. I don't know why that's such a huge thing. Where like I get shipping, like when you watch like a show or whatever, but I feel like that in and of itself is kind of like weird to do with people. I don't know because like it's more I guess accepted when it comes to celebrities because celebrities are so far off into their own world that you have to also remember too like people online like for this space are more intertwined and more connected that it's harder to see them as just like an online personality, which is why people have like issues too when it comes to like parasocial stuff. But at the same time though it's still strange, that's not a thing for me. That won't work for me. Yes, I have to reevaluate myself and what I'm doing. But at the same time, though, you do need the resources too to be able to do that. Because I only have 2 images for my fucking avatar right now. That's mine. You know what I mean? I don't have the money to make more. If I could make more art, I feel like I can get further with that because I can use it for more reactions, for more shorts, more videos, yada yada. If I had the stuff, I could do it. It's just having to get there to get the stuff to do it. It's the same thing. It's fuck. This is what kind of been kind of pissing me off too. As everything with everything else. In order to get to zero, you have to get out of the negative. Every time I try to do something, it's always like I'm starting in the negative as opposed to zero, and that's what's pissing me off. Because it's always like backtracking. It's like Resident Evil, where it's like every fucking storyline you need one thing, but to get that one thing, you need another thing, and then another thing. It's like you need all that just to do the fucking one actual objective. It's crazy, and the space is competitive. Like it is tough to not fall into that mindset. It's like yeah, remember the passion you had, but at the same time though, it's like we're not at the same starting point. Everybody starts off differently because depending on the people the time you're streaming, the place you're at, the content you're making, my content's not like Saint's content. Like me and her could yap all the time. Like she makes her videos. She's streaming right now. I'm streaming right now. I'm doing just chatting content. It's not the same. I know how to yap the same. If anything, Saint got a little bit intimidated because she said that I talk too much like an announcer or like if I'm like scripted content. Like no, I don't. I just talk this way because I'm used to yapping. But me and them could do the same thing, but have 2 different outcomes. Essentially, we're also in different spaces and in different situations. But that's the thing though too. It's like just because somebody else is doing the same thing but has different results, maybe even better results as opposed to what you consider are better results, is you don't want to fall in the trap of being envious. I don't want to get like jealous of saying because she has high numbers or she has 5,000 subscribers or she has like 50 viewers concurrently right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be like that because the thing is, we are in two different spaces in two different situations. Sane's been working at it behind the scenes for a long time in other ways than just like what we see above the surface or what she puts out there for the world to see. Because I've had a conversation with them offline. Like I know they struggle too. Like it's hard, and they compare themselves to other people just as much as we compare ourselves to them, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. However, the scope is the other side of the greener grass will always be greener. You know what I mean? It depends on why you're looking at other people's grasses and not yours. Just because somebody else tends their grass a little bit better than yours, it doesn't mean you can't figure out how they're doing it. And it might not be the same grass. Maybe they have St. Augustine, you know what I mean? And I got this plastic ass, cheap ass grass. All I gotta do is sweep it off the ground or sweep it off the grass. I'll be fine. I don't know. It's indifference. Upkeep. I'm making this fucking 8 minute video way longer.
Yeah, I wanted to feel fulfillment in my life. And this isn't just like some cheesy talk, it's the reality of it. And it's still why I go through it. It's why I love meeting folks of all kinds, of all, you know, atmospheres and all kinds of work. I don't care about the numbers. Like if you're a small creator and I see you doing something really interesting, I'm like, yeah, sure, let's hang out, let's talk. If I can, if I have the opportunity to do so. The same thing with big ones, like give me the opportunity within their big schedules. And I'm super grateful for all those experiences because they have been extremely educational towards me. And this is why I love broadcasting a lot of them, so that I hope that someone else learns as well. And I know that, but as I said before, not everything is catered to everybody. And there's something that I wrote recently on a friend's message. I sent them a DM because they were asking desperate for some desperate assistance, some desperate help. And to that person, I said the following: when I saw the reality of content creation, I felt like content creation is an evolving beast. It's like a mutant that changes its strengths and weaknesses every day of the week. Heck, it can even change from time to time. You may not know it. This is why you're not you're not adapted to fully fighting that beast, that mutant that just changes every time. I understand completely the metaphor that was shown to me in the VTuber Legends anime. There was this one scene in particular that caught my attention in the opening, by the way. So there's a scene where...
Hold on, before I should get into that, there's two things. One, I'm getting distracted because that fucking bulb in the background, it keeps flickering. And I'm trying to analyze what that is. I think it's the Thinker as a statue, but it's just a giant bulb for a head. I don't know why it's so distracting to me. And it looks like it has a skirt. And I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at in terms of like the positioning of it. I don't know why. It looks weird to me. But it's just part of the background. And that's the only thing that's distracted me is the fucking statue. I think without the statue it would have been fine. But it's probably set there. Second, I hear what Zay is saying. It's true. To a degree. Things are always ever living, changing. You know what I mean? Like it's tough. Like I said, I started this stream out looking at my analytics for my shorts, and I'm trying to figure out why some of them do better than others. I think it's more or less the topics, because like if I'm doing gaming, more people are more related to gaming right now. Like again, that's how I got caught into Minecraft content to watch it when I was like rotting on YouTube. She said that somebody reached out to her that needed dire need, and she was just telling them, "Hey, shit happens, man. Like it's a dire situation, but at the same time though, like things are changing, dog. Like I don't know what to tell you. Adapt to change, forehead. I don't know. It's true, but at the same time though, it's like change happens, and we're supposed to evolve with things that happen. But at the same time though, if you're constantly evolving too, to try to follow, like it's again, but it also leads into what she was saying about like, well, you have to remember where you come from. Otherwise, you're kind of following the trend if you're evolving with the everyday change. So you have to be able to stick to your guns change with everything while sticking to your guns. It's kind of like a weird oxymoron. A weird like a weird like loop, like a feedback loop, and I hate that. But at the same time though, it is what it is too. Cause yeah, if you wanna be in the space, you have to handle the mental strife that comes with it. And it's tough. Like I get thrown around with the mental strife all the time. I usually more air it out on here than anything else because like might as well, you know? Because like I feel like me yapping to you guys about my issues when it comes to streaming, it's more relatable than me just coming on here and pretending I'm always okay. I don't know. It feels disingenuous to me. But at the same time, though, I've always gone about things differently than most people because most people, like, I don't know, if you want to seem professional, like super professional, then yeah, you stay up, always keep a cheery attitude, gotta stay happy, gotta stay smiling. But that's not real life. I don't know. I like creators to me. There's a big creator I watch, or I used to watch all the time, but I don't now because I'm usually busy and they don't stream as often as they used to. But they're an IRL streamer. For me, when I would watch them stream, I used to watch their YouTube content too before they became a streamer. Like to me, their content was real. It was more like they were authentic. They got mad, they yapped, they said stupid things, they joked, but it was also like they couldn't be professional when they wanted to be, you know? But they were sticking to who they were as opposed to just trying to be like this fake persona. I don't know. I highly respect that. Like I do as a person. I'm like, holy shit, that's I wish I could be like that. But that's also not everybody's cup of tea. And they found a niche they've been building for years before anything else. Like before Twitch was even Twitch. Which is why they're allowed and capable of doing that. Like it's one of those things.
The main character of the VTuber legend, who's an actual VTuber, they're fighting a dragon in a city, and when she defeats the dragon, or the dragon gets defeated,
dragon needs nuts across your face. Sorry, it was right there.
It shows a YouTube plate button, and it's like, huh, look at that. It's almost like it's a metaphor for exactly what it means. It's a symbolic meaning of what like content creation is like, and that was a beautiful message that I still take to this day. It's like, wow, it is it really spoke to me. It was relatable.
Wait, I feel like I missed something. I got distracted with the these nuts joke, and I kind of missed what she said. So there was a dragon, and that's all I remember her saying. Hold on.
Of what like content creation is plate button. That beast, that mutant that just changes every time. Literally the metaphor that was in the VTuber legend. The scene in particular that caught my attention in the opening, by the way.
I'm trying to visualize.
So there's a scene where the main character of the VTuber legend, who's an actual VTuber,
okay,
they're fighting a dragon in a city.
Okay.
And when she defeats the dragon, or the dragon gets defeated, it shows a YouTube plate button, and it's like, huh, look at that. It's almost like it's a metaphor for exactly what it means. A symbol.
Wait, so VTuber is fighting a dragon. She defeats the dragon, so the dragon has no feet, and then a play button comes out of nowhere. So why did she only take the dragon's feet? That's crazy.
It's a symbolic meaning of what like content creation is like, and that was a beautiful message that I still take to this day. It's like, wow, it is it really spoke to me. It was relatable. I'm never gonna stop quoting. That was such a good anime, but it was only understood by people like me. I feel like a lot of people saw it and it's like, oh, weird VTubers doing weird things. That's what they do all the time. Hey, the weird things comes with the experiences. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I try to experience everything in this field, whether it's more adult stuff or it's just more family friendly stuff. I am not shy to getting out of my comfort zone to experiment different kinds of hobbies by using VTubing as a medium.
I hear what they're saying, and yes, it's good to be you. And VTubers are weird, yes. Like I feel like I'm weird in my own right because of the shit I yap about. But I don't think it's VTubing that makes it weird. I don't know. I think it depends on what the topic or the thing is doing during the time it's mentioned or whatever. It's like how the Vidal stuff came up, and I keep getting that shit all over my fucking stupid my homepage for YouTube, where people are kind of just thirsting over this fucking turtle. Like I get it, but at the same time, though, why be a symbol? Like they feed into it too. They know what they're doing. It doesn't make them like bad, but they know what they're doing. And the thing is, obviously, the more notoriety you get, the more your stuff gets spread out to people, and of course, it's gonna look weird to people because like you're starting to cast a wider net. The wider the net, the more people that you're gonna net that might not want to be in that net. It's like fishing and getting like getting like you're fishing out here for fucking for mackerel, dude, and then you get a stingray. Like I said, it depends on what weird is, I guess. Like over sexualizing stuff doesn't necessarily mean weird, but at the same time though, it depends on how often it is. And for me, for instance, it's not my cup of tea. Like I don't need to watch somebody who has like a bunch of booba just because like there's booba on my screen. You know what I mean? Like yes, booba is nice, but I'm not here for booba. That's why I don't watch certain creators or like if I'm playing DBD, I'm here to watch like maybe somebody make different like make plays. You know what I mean? Like I want to watch somebody loop. I don't want to hear somebody yap about nonsense for a good like 20 minutes while I'm watching them loop, and then they're not even looping. You know what I mean? I don't know. It depends. There's always a happy medium. Not everybody's here for the same thing. Again, I'm not one to complain about like stuff like that, but it is what it is. But you can't really take offense to that either, because again, if you're having people that you run into that give you those type of issues, it just means that you're casting a wider net. It's like how I have on my shorts right now. I have a couple of dislikes, probably from the same person, because my reels keep popping into their YouTube shorts. Because I've placed so many different shorts across different games, but I'm there because I've played so many wide games that probably fit their category. I've always been like very variety. Like deep down, I'm variety, but I get stuck into things. Like when I'm playing DVD, I get stuck into it because I'm trying to do something. It's either I'm trying to do something or I'm trying to achieve something, or like I get called into doing it. You know what I mean? You tag me in, I'm gonna be there. I like listening to people when I know it's like a different opinion, and or if it's somebody I'm like aware of, and I'm like, okay, I wonder I'm curious about how they think, because I do like hearing different things out, because that's how I grow, that's how I learn. I like to see different people's perspectives and then make my own thing off of it. Usually that's why I'm listening to Sane Yap right now, because like Sane has insight. They're doing really well. Obviously, they have like 5.5K on YouTube, and they have 50 viewers right now while they're streaming the September subathon. I'm like, okay, and Sane's cool. Like I've chatted with them, I yap with them, I streamed with them once before, and I'm trying to understand how they see things, what helps them, and see like what kind of advice they have to offer someone like me, who's not in the same like same ballpark, different team. There you go. I don't know. Yapping. Like we're technically VTubers. I guess I'm technically a VTuber because I do different things than her. You know what I mean? I'm not like I game more. I'll put it that way. I game more. I think they yap more. And by the way, when I say yap, it's not a bad thing. It's how we're addressing talking. She talks more and does more just chatting streams. That's what I'm saying. So nobody take offense to that. Just in case this ever gets watched back. I'm just saying that they talk more than I do, as opposed to I play usually things more, and I'm trying to create something like in content terms of when it comes to like gameplay. That's usually what my things have been, but I don't mind yapping, and I don't mind reacting to things. I do love doing that too, especially if I have something to offer. I don't know. In terms of like, I think this is funny, and I think it would be funny to say kihi.
Or by using art as a medium, which is why I love making all those like little Villero models. I like experimenting all kinds of looks, all kinds of vibes on stream, and I've done it through time, and it's been fulfilled. It's fulfillment. It's why I can't stay with one single look all the time. I'm also an evolving beast, an evolving mutant, and the only thing that I hope so is it's that my community or the people watching me understand where I'm going for with this, because I am, as someone quotes, extremely inconsistent, but I am here for the ride. Hey, if you like what you saw, please consider giving me a follow. I'm gonna try my best to marathon the rest of Hollow Knight.
I get what they're saying. I'm consistent while I'm inconsistent while things change around me. They're always evolving, always adapting. I feel like that's a way to go about things. That is, but for me, I don't want to change in terms of like what I like about myself. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like if I could still be me, despite the era change, despite like things like evolving and having different contrasts, I feel like I've done pretty well for myself. You know what I mean? Like I want to stay true to me still. You know, it's not that I don't think like their point of view is better or worse. It's that for me it doesn't fit me because that I've always been kind of like in that sense the opposite of that. Because like yeah things change, but I've always wanted to do things in my own way. Because I've been told many times in my lifetime like no you can't do this. Oh you're not good enough for this. Like why are you trying to do this? You can't make something from nothing. Well I'm here. I'm here yapping. You know what's funny? I'm here yapping. As much as I haven't really, I guess, achieved anything in terms of like big success. I'll put it this way: people know who I am, who have big followings, and that's crazy enough to me. Like this person that you see yapping inconsistently during a ever evolving, changing era on the screen right here next to me, they know who I am. Somehow, some way, we crossed paths and we left an impression on each other. It's like Charlie Puth knows who I am. There's that video of me fucking making Charlie Puth have a shocked face when I met him, dude. That still makes me laugh to this very day. Like it's crazy. I don't think it's wrong to change. Don't get that wrong. Don't get that twisted. I think change is good, but at the same time, though, deep down, what makes me me, I don't want that to ever change because that's what differentiates me from other people. I don't want to like it's as much as like I want to create a safe space and I want to be able to yap and play things. I'm not like a super cozy streamer either. I yap like I yap. I say outlandish things. I'm out of pocket most of the time, dude. I say some weird stuff, but as long as it makes a laugh, it makes somebody smile. That's what matters to me. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be super edgy either, but at the same time, though, like sometimes it comes with the territory. You know, I'm not perfect, but like I'm not meant for everybody, and I know that. That's why I can appreciate those that stuck around. My humor is very very acquired taste, but to those that acquire the taste, they seem to stick around, and I appreciate that. So maybe I do have a small community. I don't know. Maybe I do. You know, I feel like Keanu Reeves right now. Maybe I am back. Everybody keeps saying I'm back. I guess I am back. Like how we said it in John Wick, dude. I don't know. Maybe I do have a community. Maybe I am back. Maybe I am here to yap and fucking flap, dude. I don't know. But I can appreciate the video and everything that Sane posted. Like, I get the sentiment and I get where they're coming from. They're giving their perspective on how they see things. Mine's a little bit different, but I feel like it kind of aligns the same way. Learn to adapt to change and be you. But at the same time, though, don't be so hard on yourself and don't be envious. Things will happen in due time. Again, we're not starting at the same starting points. We're not at the same starting line, but we're all aiming for that finish line. So don't get mad when somebody already reached their goal, but you're still on the way there. You're almost there. You don't know. You don't know. Quit looking down and start looking forward, forehead. Otherwise, you're gonna trip. There you go. Easy peasy. I think I summarized your video right there. I don't know. It's like different strokes for different folks. Different folks for different strokes. I don't know how that saying goes. However that saying goes. Anyways, now I'm just rambling. I'll stop now.